Hi, I'm Regina Brazel from BtheMath, and this video is going to cover some features of Classroom. I have shared a video previously if you need to know how to set up your Classroom, so go back to my YouTube channel, BtheMath, and check that one out. On this video, we're going to talk about the Classroom stream, Classwork, and grading. And you can customize these to fit your needs and use them for your specific classrooms in the way that you see fit. Okay, so there are two ways to get to Classroom. The first way, and most common, is just going to Google and typing in Classroom. And usually after you put in class, it'll pull up and you can just click on Classroom. This is the way I showed when setting up Classroom, how to get there. And it pulls up my Classroom because I've already signed in and created it. I have not been signed out at this point. I'm going to go ahead and close this to show you, I'm going to close this and show you another way to get pulled up. Okay, in your email that you registered for Classroom, there is your Apps tab here. If you click on it, it pulls up all of the different things you have access to in a shortcut format. And if you scroll, Classroom is there. It does the exact same thing as Googling Classroom does for you. It's going to pull up my Classroom. Now, in my previous video, we created our email, logged in with Classroom with our email, created our first class. I have 3 students that have joined this class at this time. So I'm going to click on it, and what this pulls up is your stream. This is your news feed, so to speak. And so it's going to pop up little things. You can read them or not. That's up to you. All right. So at the top, you see stream. This is where things are posted. I'm going to share something with my class, and you just click it, and I'm going to type, "Hope you're having a good day." Okay, and that's just like I was posting on Facebook or something. It was just, this is just going to share with my kids. It's going to be all my students. I hope you're having a good day. I can add to that if I want to. I can add a file from Google Drive. I can add a link. I can add a file from my computer. I can add a YouTube video. Anything that I want to put on that post. The thing about this post is it's just a post. It's not going to be able to be commented on. It's not going to be interactive. It is not an assignment. You can post assignments through here, but students do not have a way to turn them into you if you do so. And so when I post that, it's going to come up in my stream showing the students that it's there, and it just follows an order. And if you scroll down, it's in reverse order. This is the first thing I posted. And this is a sample assignment that I put on. And then this is another assignment that I've put on just to show you differences in the way they look. And this one assignment is still out. 2 have been graded and returned to students. This one that I just posted earlier, nobody's turned it in, and I touched it. Nobody's turned it in, and so therefore I've not graded anything at this point. So that's how the stream works. in our first video, we talked about the settings on the assignment showing the attachments. This is why I recommend that, because they can just see it here. They don't have to click on assignments over here to see everything, or they don't have to click on classwork. That's where we're going to next, is our classwork. And this is your tab to actually create assignments that can be graded. Okay, so I have 2 assignments created here, and they're due, and you can set your due dates for however. We're going to create one. So obviously you click create. Now, an assignment is just something that's graded. A quiz assignment is something that you actually type in the questions, and it has a Google form that you go to. Because of time on this video, I'm not going to talk about this quiz assignment. We're actually just going to create a regular assignment. Okay, so now that this is up here, this is your title, your instructions, and what you want to put with it. You are able to put any document that you have with it. I would be careful about copyright laws, but most of the time things are free to use, or things can be used in this format as long as it doesn't say digital formats are strictly forbidden. So we're going to title this Slides, because I'm going to actually use a Google slide to put on here, and the instructions are going to be create a slide presentation. Okay, and notice I misspelled create, so all you have to do is click back on it and take out your extra E, modified however. Now, I made a sample, and so I'm going to add from my drive, and what that does is it pulls up the things I have in my own Google Drive. And so I previously created a slide template right here, demo slide. And of course you can name whatever you want, and it's sharing what you know. And so I'm going to click it, and I double clicked it, and so now that file is here. What that file does right now is just allows the students to see the file. That's it. They can't do anything to it. They can only view it. If you want them to be able to modify it, click the down arrow, and what they can do is, if you click students can edit, every student edits the same file, and so therefore you end up getting with things mixed up. And so in this situation, because students aren't really working together, is I would say make a copy for each student. That is going to copy that assignment in their name, and then they can click on it and do the things that you've asked them to do. Over here, I want it to go for my demo class. I want it to go to all students. I can click category. I've set up a classwork category for these grades to go into, because that's the only category I'm using right now for gradebook. And you can decide how many points it's worth. The due date is, I'm going to say Sunday, and if you click the time, it automatically puts midnight. For some reason, having the time is better for them to actually see it than it to be just on there and, oh, what time is it going to be due on Sunday? So I went ahead and done that. Now, this is not finished unless you go over here and create assign. And if you don't assign it, it'll just save it as a draft and wait for you to click assign. And it's going through and processing. Sometimes it does take a little time. And so now we have 3 different assignments set up for this particular classroom. It will show up on your stream. If we click back on it, there's where I posted, I hope you're having a good day, and here's the new assignment that I assigned after that post. So it's in order of when you actually post them. After a student is finished, if you want this to not be so long, you can come over here and click, and you can edit your links. You can move it to the top, and you can copy it if you want to paste it to another classroom. This video is right now focused just on having one classroom. I will go ahead and try to show you how to post to another classroom, copy and paste, because I know sometimes we have more than just one thing going on. All right, grades. I know most of us use a form of grade book, and so this will just be as a communication tool if you want to use it. It tells you your students, it tells you the assignments, and it tells you which ones have been graded and which ones have not. If you actually click on the student's name, when you're going to grade the assignment, it's going to come up and you click it. This was the first assignment that I already have graded to show you, but when you click it, it actually takes you into the student's paper. I asked them to tell me a few things, I think. Yeah. What was today? What were you doing? And so this student did the 3 things that I asked them to do. And so I gave them the 100. And actually, you can edit it. If you made a mistake, say you typed in a 10 instead of 100, you could actually change the grade here if you wanted to. And then usually there's a return, but because I've already graded this assignment, they've already been returned. Actually, it's right here. There's the return button, and so I've already given it back, so they've already seen that. Then, because it opens in a new window, you can just close it, and it returns you back to your grades. The grading part, that is strictly up to you. The way you modify it is go to your classroom, go to settings, and scroll all the way down to grading. And it says grade calculation. I chose weighted by category. You can do total points, however you want to do it. And then I clicked grade categories and I added my classwork category. And so again, that depends on your district's criteria and what you're wanting to use, and if this is going to be your sole grading format. I know we have to put things online for our district, so I'm sure most districts are that way. And then you can add extra grading categories. You just have to make sure your percentages add up to be 100. And so those are the features of Classroom. You have your stream, which is your news feed. You have your classwork, which are things you can create for your students' assignments to grade. You have people, which I discussed in a previous video, where you add the students to your classroom. And you have grades, where you grade the assignments and return them back to the students. That is essentially Google Classroom. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.